Hey, it's David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. I'm just a guy living in upstate New York that has metabolic issues, probably had prediabetes and diabetes at some point. Now I'm 99% sure I'm not diabetic at all, considering the fact I eat no carbs and I do not eat any sugar. So I'm pretty sure I've got that part of my system squared away. What I'm experiencing now, which is kind of weird, is of course, it's cold outside. I live in the Northeast in the winter. It's cold outside, but even when I'm inside, of course, I'm wearing a hat inside my house, and my heat right now is set on 61 degrees in here, and I'm still feeling cold enough that I need to wear a hat. So, all of the research that I've done, which I luckily have the time to do all this research, and I'm hoping that my research will not only help me, but I'm hoping it'll help some of you folks that may have the same issues and situations that I do. But so it's cold outside. It's been in the teens in the last week and a half. It is starting to warm up some. But what I find is that when I'm sitting next to a heater, I'm fine. I'm warm enough. I wear warm enough clothes inside my house. I wear a pretty thick Carhartt sweatshirty kind of thing. I wear a hat. I have flannel lined pants. I have thick socks and thick slippers that I wear. That keeps me pretty warm. But like as soon as I'm not directly in front of heat, my body does not seem to retain the heat. And all the research that I've done so far is kind of pointing me to mitochondria. The mitochondria in the blood in your system, in my system, is what generates heat for the cells. And actually, it burns up quite a bit of the sugar inside of my system, inside of the system, at least from what I've read, which is a good thing. There's a couple positive things. The mitochondria will help build heat. The mitochondria will help dissipate sugar in the system. And sugar doesn't mean specifically sugar. Sugar can be glucose, that comes from any carb, comes from any actual sugar, or actually from protein that is converted to glucose using gluconeogenesis. Because your brain and your heart and your body needs glucose in the system. Some of your body needs sugar or glucose. So your body can convert that protein and stuff inside your body to the sugars that it needs. But this mitochondria thing I'm trying to figure out. And I don't want to hear about cold plunges or jumping into a cold pool or taking cold showers. I don't want to hear that. Who does that? I don't know that many people would or do. I'm trying to figure out how to increase the mitochondria in my system through diet, exercise. Like I do exercise. So now I'm trying to do a little bit more of a structured, more formal exercise, meaning that I'll do a set amount of reps, I'll do a set amount of exercises, and try to increase from there. And hopefully that'll increase the mitochondria in my system. Now, the one thing that I did read about mitochondria that is interesting, that is directly related to what I'm trying to accomplish, is that babies actually have quite a bit of brown fat in their system. And the brown fat is brown because of the level of mitochondria in the fat. And supposedly, and I haven't never tested this, and I don't suggest anybody test this, but you can have a baby in the cold and it doesn't shiver because of that mitochondria and the activity of the mitochondria. So hopefully, with some of whatever I can figure out, I'll be able to not be cold at all. And then during the 6 days of warm weather where I live, maybe I won't be freezing my ass off. That'll be a good thing. I'll be happy about that. So anyways, I guess I'm posting this particular post because I know that this is a situation that I'm having. And I've gotten a lot of good responses from folks that know a little bit about the stuff that I'm dipping my toe into. If anybody has any information about mitochondria or generating body heat with mitochondria or just generally with the system, I'd love to hear the comments or hear the feedback. And I'm sure that there's other people in my situation that would love to hear the feedback as well. Again, there's a million resources to go online and look on how to reverse an A1C, how to reverse diabetes, how to reverse prediabetes. There's tons of resources for that. But if you've already graduated past that and you're into, the situation that I'm in, where my body is trying to rebuild from the ground up, because I think a lot of what I had previously, my body ate it up. I lost so much weight in the last 2 years. I'm just trying to gain weight back, and now I think the mitochondria is part of what I need to focus on. I just don't know where to focus or what to focus on. So if I find any other resources or anything else that'll help anybody else out there, I'll post it here. Boink! So do me a favor and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and like this post if it's helpful or interesting at all. And for those of you that have subscribed and have liked my posts, or even made comments on the posts, I so appreciate it. It makes my day a lot better. It makes this very difficult situation that I'm working through a little bit easier, knowing that either I have people that are benefiting from the things that I'm posting, have experienced or are experiencing what I'm experiencing, or have good comments, good feedback on things to do, which I have gotten quite a good amount of feedback that's been helpful and thoughtful. I appreciate all that. Anyways, if this is an interesting post and you've enjoyed listening to it, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more feedback. Hey, listen, some of the things that I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks. One is I want to tell a little bit more about my life. I'm going to talk about what it was like growing up in Florida. I'm going to talk about what it was like to move from Florida to Denver, Colorado, which when I moved there, it was the hood. And I'll talk about that. And then I actually moved from Denver to Connecticut. And I'll talk about that as well. And there's a lot of funny little things that have happened along the way that I'll share. Things that aren't so funny that I'll also share. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to be, I'm not going to rate things that I'm eating, but I'm going to share more things that I'm either trying out or eating that's more in tune with the balanced diet that I'm working on, or trying to keep my blood sugars down and reverse this whole metabolic thing that I'm working on. So there's going to be some good content coming up in the next couple of weeks, maybe months even, if it goes well. And hopefully I'll be sharing about how much better I'm doing and how much easier things are for me. That'll be a positive thing. And if you're interested in following along and seeing how this goes, do me a favor and subscribe. That's very helpful. And I hope you've enjoyed this post so far. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Stay warm. Ha!